Hi, my name is Lance Bailey. I'm the director of the Clinical Simulation Center of Las Vegas, and I also own and operate HealthySimulation.com. The point of today's video is to teach how to put together a video orientation for a sim lab, which I think is really important for high fidelity simulation in the healthcare field, because you'll be spending more time with your learners engaging in the actual process of simulation, taking care of patient assessment and actions needed for that particular case scenario, as opposed to trying to figure out where certain things are and what you can or cannot do. So it will speed up the learner orientation time by giving an audio-visual representation of the space before learners enter it, which then they will engage in a physical orientation of the space. You have to think that perhaps some learners have spent maybe a full semester or a year since the last time they did high-fidelity simulation, and this will give them an opportunity to reorient themselves not only with the room that they happen to be doing this in, but also the mannequin, the technology, and the process of simulation itself. Putting together a video like this, there's going to be some example links in the comments section and at the end of this video, which will direct you to some video lab tutorials that I've helped to put together as kind of an example to facilitate all of this process. But what we're going to talk about here a little bit today is how to actually create those videos. My first suggestion would be to talk to your AV department. If you have a film production at your university or college, talk to one of the instructors or professors there and see if we can't engage the learner base to kind of come over and create a video for a class project. If you're a hospital, you may have a audio-video department and tell them that you're interested in creating an orientation for learners for the floor. But if you don't have access to either of those things, then you can start going to the community. Wedding videographers and small production houses would be perfect for this type of production. Probably ranging costs from somewhere between $1,000 to $3,000 depending on the type and process and the quality that you'll be getting. Make sure that you spend some time looking at portfolios of wedding videographers or local production companies so that you can see that the type of quality that you're going to get. Some people are freelance and do this, but haven't had enough experience to be able to tackle something as important as this. The reason I think that it's really important to have high quality video when shooting a video lab orientation is more that your simulation program seems legitimate to your user base, from everything from paper handouts that you would distribute. If it had a copy stain on it and it was crumpled up, how seriously do you think your learner base would take not only you but the simulation process itself if you didn't have enough time and energy or care dedicated to those types of things? So the same thing goes with audio video production. The more that you can create kind of a high quality product for really cost efficient means, the better it will come across to learners, the more that they'll buy in, the more that they'll engage in that process. A couple of the other places that you could try would be just going for Craigslist and looking at local video hobbyists, so people who really love creating audio video productions. And other places would be your local high school where they have perhaps AV classes, or local community colleges or universities. Again, trying to reach out to those learners who need projects to be able to do. Even journalism departments all across the board, you might be able to find resources out in your local community that are willing to do this for next to nothing or for a minimal amount of cost. The benefits behind it is that instructors or educators who are running these simulation scenarios can save their breath, because you can educate quickly and easily about what's going on in the particular room without having to go over with the new learner base every single time, repetitively over and over. So it kind of saves some energy there. It's efficient because if you do make changes to your simulation lab, you can just reshoot one particular thing in the future, add that into an edit later on. So it's really versatile and quick to manipulate once you have the process down for actual video production, which really is not that complicated with the technology that's available today. Things like a little mini DV camera, which I'm utilizing here, as well as Final Cut Express, but most Apple computers come with iMovie, or other computers come with some type of basic video editing software. So I would suggest that if you're trying to save money, the production up front is most important. That's something that anyone can really do if they take enough time and care into pre-production. The process of editing is a little more complicated, and if you only had a limited budget, that's probably where you would want to spend your money, because learning all the ins and outs of an editing software takes time. So if you're someone who is an administrator and thinking about doing this, those are potential options. But if you're someone who thinks that they want to do it themselves, then the rest of this video will be about tips and tricks I've learned from my background in filmmaking. I went to UC Santa Cruz for 4 years. Before that was in audio video class, AV nerd in high school, as well as doing production in Hollywood for a lot of years. So it's one of my passions and my experience and my background, and so I'm happy to share it with everyone here and kind of share the benefits and the wealth of my knowledge and the experience, because it just really opens up your program and really helps develop it in a lot of ways.